Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my 3 takeaways episode from the Kylie Morgan interview that I just posted this past Monday. I know I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that interview. I'm sure you guys did as well, but I've met Kylie a few times in the past, but I've never really gotten the chance to sit down with her over an extended period of time and get to learn more about her and get to hear her story. Like, she bought a house when she was in Nashville at 19 years old, right when she moved. I thought that was absolutely nuts. And then so many different great takeaways that I'm going to get to here in just a second, but if you guys listened to it and you enjoyed it, make sure that you're subscribed to the podcast if you're not yet already. Make sure that you like it, you leave a review, leave it 5-star review if you liked it. Let me know what you thought. Also, be sure to send it with a friend or family member. I know there's more people outside of just you that would enjoy that interview by Kylie and that would enjoy these 3 takeaways. All you got to do, it's super easy. All you got to do is scroll down, click that little box with the upward arrow and share it in a text with one of your friends or family members if you think they're going to be inspired out from it or might get something from it. Also, if you're not subscribing to my Monday Motivation Trio 111 newsletter, you're missing out. I don't know what you're doing. You got to go to nickcarrier.com/111-newsletter. That way you can get one motivational quote, one inspiring video, and one badass workout to get your week started off with a bang, because you have got to set yourself up for success on Monday in order to have a killer week. If you don't, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right in my 3 takeaways with Kylie. Number 1 is you don't have to be perfect. She talked about this, how in an interview about 2.5 years ago that she was doing, she paused and was stumbling over herself, and then she was like, oh, I'm flustered, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. And they were like, don't apologize, like, that's normal, you're human. And she had an aha moment. She was like, wait, what? Like, it's okay that I screwed up? Like, it's okay that I can kind of redo and start over? And to her, that was really big because it gave her permission to step into more things, knowing that she didn't have to be perfect. And I think that's so key for all of us, because I think a lot of us hold ourselves back from going into situations, from trying to take on some maybe scary opportunities, because we think that if we're not perfect in that situation, or if we're not perfect in that opportunity, then we failed, then we screwed up. But it's like, no, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody really expects you to be perfect. So have the courage and the willingness to step into those, knowing that you're not going to be perfect and that it's okay. And that's been a huge spark for her to write some songs like Cuss a Little and like break things. And I know more and more to come. So you don't have to be perfect. That's a huge takeaway. Number 2 is you should not have a plan B, or don't have a plan B. So she, like I mentioned in the intro there, she moved to Nashville and bought a house at age 19. Because she told me that, she's like, I want to stake my roots in Nashville. I am going there. I am doing this thing no matter what. She didn't have a backup plan. She wasn't going to be like, oh, I might go to college, or I might go get this job if this thing doesn't work out. I'm not going to move just for 5 years and see if I can make it work. And if not, then I'll move back. Because look, if you have a plan B, you're going to find a way to make an excuse so that you just fall back on plan B. You're not going to do everything that you absolutely have to do. If there's no plan B, the level of urgency that you're going to have to make that thing work is through the roof. Without a plan B, plan A has to work. And if plan A has to work, then you are committed. You're not just interested, you are committed. You are all in. So don't have a plan B on something that you truly feel passionate about. And then my 3rd and final takeaway is you've never made it. I thought this was really important. How we always hear, don't get complacent with where you are, but it's sometimes hard to take action on that if you don't have a close to you story. So she talked about the story with Walker Hayes, who's also a country star. If you guys are into country music, you know that name, where he had a couple of really big hits, and so naturally he would have maybe have thought that, oh, I made it, I'm there. But then a little while later, he hadn't had a hit a while, and he was struggling with money. He had to go get a job at Costco because he had to feed his 5 kids. He had to go get a job at Costco. And now he's finally had some hits again, and he's back up and doing good financially. But that was a huge lesson for her, because she's been good friends with him for a long time, and she was able to be in close proximity with him when he was going through all of that. And she was like, oh my gosh, like, I have never made it. Even if you think you've made it, you can never get comfortable with where you at. You've got to keep pushing every single day. So again, guys, my 3 takeaways. Number 1 is you don't have to be perfect. Be willing to go into new situations and new opportunities, knowing that you don't have to be perfect, because no one out there is really expecting you to be perfect. Takeaway number 2 was don't have a plan B. If there's something that really means a lot to you, if there's something that you want to full-heartedly go into, then don't have a backup plan. Because if you have a backup plan, then you're not fully committed. But if you have to make plan A work, you're going to make it happen no matter what. And then takeaway number 3 was you've never made it. Never get complacent with where you currently are. Be satisfied with where you currently are. Don't always just be like, oh, I wish I was further. No, that's not the point. But you don't want to get complacent. You always got to realize that you can do more and you want to continue to be more every single day, because if you're not moving forward, then you're moving backwards. I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 takeaways from Kylie. If you didn't listen to the interview with her yet, you need to make sure that you go back and listen to it. She has so many great stories, like that interview story, like I talked about, her Plan B story, moving to Nashville, her Walker Hayes story, so many great things that you're going to want to learn from so that you might be able to grasp these takeaways a little bit deeper, because story is really the number one thing that's going to allow you to soak this in and be able to apply this in your own life. If you guys enjoyed the 3 takeaways episode, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you leave a rating and review. Make sure you share it with a friend, because you're not the only one who's going to get something out of these 3 takeaways. You're not the only one who got something out of Kylie Morgan's interview. So be the person who's going to share that with somebody else, so that you can be the thing that brought them the bright light in their own day. You can be the thing that got them motivated to start taking action, because these are the things, and these 3 takeaways in the Kylie Morgan interview, those are the things that if you do them every single day, you're going to get closer and closer to your best you.